Hey everyone, just wanted to give some quick thoughts and impressions on the campaign of Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Went through it in its entirety today on veteran difficulty, and I have to say that I was pleasantly surprised with how much more of an improvement it is over Modern Warfare 3. A lot of you probably will remember how that went last year, and well, I gotta say, even though there are like 3 or 4 open combat missions, they are significantly better and less tedious than they were last year. I feel that the open combat missions are more of like mission style than you were used to, rather than like what you are normally doing in the Modern Warfare 3 missions, which was a whole lot more obnoxious. There is one mission that is the first one that you do that is a little bit more on the large side when it comes to the open combat stuff, but there's fast travel available within that, which makes it significantly more doable. There's also some things you can find around the map which will make it a lot more doable as well and a lot more enjoyable. I feel that one particular mission that I'm talking about, without trying to spoil anything, also kind of helps you if you go to the next mission that you have gathered all the stuff with. So there's kind of a reward for doing a little bit exploration. Even though I didn't really do much of that, considering I was kind of just saw the writing on the wall and it was like open combat mission, oh no, here we go again. But I was pleasantly surprised it wasn't too tedious and it was very doable indeed. The rest of the campaign though, it's traditional Call of Duty that you would expect. The story wise is like, we gotta go save the world because there's a bad person who is trying to do bad things, and oh no, this happens and oh that happens. You know, it's pretty bog standard Call of Duty story. And when I say bog standard, I don't mean that in a bad way. Acting is well done, you know, the cutscenes, like the everything, like it was an enjoyable experience. And, you know, it's kind of like if you've played a Call of Duty campaign before, you're probably going to know what you can expect. However, there were quite a few very cool surprises in the campaign, and while some might argue that that is very much to kind of steer towards other folks, towards the other game modes, I do say that it was relatively well encouraged. The safe house is a very cool addition to the game where you're able to just buy a bunch of things and improve your playthrough. You can find cash throughout your playthrough, either in the open world or just regular missions as well, which will allow you to increase your reload speed, for example, or get more armor. And armor especially is very useful because if you run around without any armor, especially on veteran difficulty, you're going to get shot within 2 shots and you will be dead. So if you're planning on playing this on veteran, make sure to invest in that armor because you're going to need it. Aside from that, like I said, a bunch of really cool surprises. Open combat missions generally felt nice to play. Had a good time with the campaign, thoroughly enjoyed it, and I would honestly say that it's definitely worth a play if you are especially someone who likes to play those Call of Duty campaigns. It's basically a gaming version of a Hollywood action movie. So if that's the kind of, you know, comfort food that you like, definitely worth playing. Multiplayer wise, I have played a couple of rounds. Most of it hasn't really changed from the beta. Really enjoyed the beta. Have played a couple of multiplayer matches so far. Have to say that I'm currently getting my ass kicked and trying to figure out how to do this again. But then again, I started playing multiplayer at the far end of what was about 8 to 10 hours of playing the game today. Yes, that is what I did. So yeah, it feels nice. I would say that the Fortura map, sorry, I forgot the name of it. Fortura, I can't say it. I'm very sorry. But basically, winter map, the same level as from like Black Ops 1 that returns, which is cool. And it's it's a bit of a weird map. There's also a map called Vault, which is like in a villa in Iraq, which is a bit of odd as well. The spawns are very far back, and the spawn trapping that had happened to me a couple of times was a bit irritating. But once I kind of figured out a little bit more how to play a bet, it got a little bit better. But yeah, very early on impressions. Haven't played all the maps yet. Got to play through the beta maps again. They did some cool improvements to that. But generally speaking, I've been trying to figure out how to play the game again, to be honest with you. Zombies, played Terminus and Exfilled at round 12. Very cool vibe, that map. Definitely the best one of the two in terms of the vibe of the zombies and all that sort of stuff. Some very interesting things going on with it. Very early on impressions with it were pretty good. Saw some very neat things that you can do in there, like activating like the giant cannon and how the way that you like do the pack and punch. And I haven't really tested out any of the new perks yet, but yeah, generally speaking, pleasant to play. Didn't seem super difficult to like, you know, get to those rounds like round 12. And then I went to Liberty Falls where I extracted in round 17, which again wasn't super difficult. But yeah, generally speaking, it feels good to play. I don't really have anything to really complain about, especially with like multiplayer and zombies. I haven't spent enough time into it to really go like, okay, this is what's wrong with it, etc., etc. The multiplayer and zombies are very on impressions. Campaign is definitely a lot more, I guess, thorough and detailed, and because I obviously have beaten the campaign. But yeah, that's it for now, I suppose. Let me know your thoughts, what you thought of it so far in the comments down below. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.